Yo, yo, yo. What up, man? It's Mark here. And, well, this is my first time ever doing something like this. So, if I suck, then I suck. But what I was about to say is, the title may be a bit misleading. Hold on. Title may be a bit misleading. But I assure you, I did not lie to you. Everything is true, right? I didn't lose my job. I still have my job. But I'm going to lose the position that I am in at that job. So let's get into that, right? All right, so, I really don't talk and, things of that nature, vent to people or make videos or anything like that. So putting my face in the camera and talking to a camera is different, especially for, but it's the first time for everything, you feel me? But with the story, hold on, let me crack this window, bro, because it's hot as fuck. I'm at the gym right now. I'm about to go inside right after I'm done with this. But yeah, man. I lost my job, bro. Well, not even lost it. I'm in the process of losing my position. Next week, supposed to be losing my position, right? And it's my fault, right? So I made the conscious decision to step down from the spot that I'm at now to a lesser area, right? But let me explain why, right? Let me explain. Oh, he's saying he's losing his job and he stepped down. No, right? So here's what is going on, right? So everybody that knows me knows that I'm a pretty hard worker, and I like to try and stay on top of things, right? And I also like to, I like to help other people out, right? So with that being said, I've been in this position for about a little bit over a year now. Say close to a year and a half, maybe. I've had almost zero complications, zero problems. I'm always on top of my stuff, this and that. And I'm telling you, people can vouch for me, bro. I'm not even just being egotistical or anything like that. Like, I know what I do wrong, and I can admit to do wrongdoings, because some people can't. But that's a part of growth, is learning where your mistakes are and where you could have changed things or made them better, better possibilities. But I keep getting sidetracked. So I've been doing this job for about a year and a half. I work at a plant. I'm not gonna say the name. So I work at a warehouse plant type John, you know what I'm saying? So we deal with food, right? We deal with food. We pretty much make sandwiches and stuff. And then boom, blah, 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 ship them out to the customer, blah, blah, blah. Like gas stations, stores, and stuff like that. So, they have these, hold on, should I start from, yeah, right. So they have these quality checks, right? Every hour, you're supposed to do a check every hour, right? And I usually do my checks. Like, I don't remember a time where I've really missed a check, but, then we got new people, new management that came in, right? they're changing the rules and this and that. They're changing the rules. Nobody's explaining anything to me, right? So I don't know what's going on. So the new quality management comes in, and you know, they're watching me on the camera every day and this and that. Boom. All right. Right. Boom. I get a write-up, right? And this is my fault. Right? So when I was doing my checks, I wasn't like fully doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was doing the checks, but I was kind of shortcutting through it. If you understand, I was speeding through it. Not really, you know, like I wasn't like, you know, like, I don't even know what to say, but I wasn't like going over any rules or anything. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, but in a different way. You know what I mean? And so they didn't really like that. Got to write it for it. Boom. Okay, that's all right. Now, back in the day, let me remind you, these write-ups did not really mean much, right? Now, you get 3 of them, and you're done. You get 3 of them, and you're done. You're done, right? So I got that one, signed off on it, boom, blah, blah, blah. Like, go ahead and take that shit. Then, a couple weeks go by, I get another one, right? And they're talking to me about, oh, you got to put this certain time, because before we start, you know, making our sandwiches and stuff, let me mind you, I'm the line lead of this line, right? So I'm the leader, right? So I got to make sure everything is good before, during, and at the end, right? So I do my part. I make sure everything is good at the beginning, right? But nobody came and explained to me that they changed the rules, so it works differently now, right? So I got to write up for that. And I'm basically like, well, I didn't know. Like, what do you want me to do about that? And they're like, oh, there's nothing we could do. Just take it and sign off on it, right? And then, what happened? So now, they've been trying to say that I'm missing these checks and this and that. And, you know, like, I don't know, they're adding extra work for me to do while changing the rules. And it doesn't give me enough time to adapt to what's going on, right? Because sometimes, you know, I might need a little bit of time to adapt to some things, bro. It's not always instantaneous with me. Like, it's not always that. So, you know what I mean? Fuck, I suck at this. So they're trying to give me more write-ups, and like, I'm not taking them, right? Basically, they know that I'm doing my part. Oh shit. Basically, they know that I'm doing my part, right? But they're just like, they're nitpicking with me, you know, watching the cameras every day, like, oh, you're doing this, you're not doing this. Like, it's like, bro, I get overstimulated, and when there's just so much going on, and it's just like, bro, it's too much, bro. It's too much. At first it was cool, you know, but now it's just too much, bro. I have to worry about too much and think about too much. And so yesterday, this guy comes to me and he says, oh, they were in the office talking about firing you. If you get another corrective action, blah, 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 they're gonna, you know, you're done. Like, you're gonna lose your job. They're gonna get you up out of here. So you're just gonna have to, he's basically telling me, like, we don't want you to lose your job and this and that. You know, niggas don't really give a fuck, but, you know, they're gonna act like they do. So, oh, we don't want you to lose your job, so I'm gonna come over here, make sure you do what you gotta do and this and that. And it's like, I'm doing what I have to do, but I have a lot more to do on top of that. like I did forget. You know, I did what I was supposed to do, and I forgot to document it, right? And it's like, I just have, yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault. But I have a lot going on, bro, and it's like I can't handle all of it. While y'all switching the rules and doing all this, bro, I already had a set routine and pattern and everything, bro. Like, and people just come in and change everything. It's like it makes everything different, you know? So I'm talking about a lot of nothing, but pretty much what happened was he told me that, and I'm thinking to myself, like, should I just keep doing this, like, and just walk on eggshells? And then I'm thinking to myself, like, no, I don't really want to walk on eggshells. Like, I'm making 20 plus an hour right now, you know, and I kind of need the money. It's good money. I kind of need the money, right? So I've been thugging it out, just been doing it, just doing it. I've been wanting to I've been wanting to stop doing this, right? But I just kept going and going and going, cause like, fuck it, bro. Like it's not gonna kill me, bro. So I'm gonna keep going, right? But now they're talking about me possibly losing my job, right? And I can't even think about not having a job, because I think about where I was at before I had this job. And where I was at before I had this job, I tell everybody, bro, this, like, it was the worst. Like, it was one of the worst experiences in my entire life. The last time I didn't have a job, like, it was one of the worst years. Like, I have a list of bad years. 2017, 2019, maybe 2021. 2021 was all right, but 2023, that was the last horrible year that I had, bro. That year was horrible. That might be number one on the worst list. Like, 2023, bro, I was so down bad. I was broke, man, bro. Like, I can't. No amount of explaining will, like, let you feel me, because nobody feels me when I say this. Like, so that year, right, I'm gonna talk about this real quick, and I'm gonna get back to the story, right? That year, I was living with my sister. I was working, blah, blah, blah. You know, I was working with this guy that my dude's dad had put me on to. Worked with him for about a month. Miscommunications happen, misunderstandings. We fall out. Boom, he's not trying to pay me the money for the month that I worked. We come to an agreement. He gives me 40 hours, not 40 hours. He gives me 400 hours, and we part ways, right? Boom. I had a little bit of tax money, I think, maybe, that I was spending on his ass, and he was supposed to be my fucking boss. But that's just me. That's what I do out of the kindness of my heart. I spend my money, when I have extras, because money comes and goes, man. And usually I have a surplus amount. Not like a lot, but I usually have a couple extra dollars to spare. Like, if I need be, like how I just gave some homeless lady was standing outside of Walmart when I had went to go get these hand wraps for boxing, and I seen a homeless lady, I pulled out some money, I gave it to her, and that's just the type of shit that I do, bro, because if I have extra money, I'm going to give it to you, especially if I know I can get it back. Anyways, yeah, so he gave me the 400, we part ways, and I'm with my sister at this point, and I had stopped doing illegal activity for currency, so I was pretty much just shit out of luck at this point. And, you know, she had gotten a new boyfriend. And, you know, he was there for a little bit, but I already knew it was going to be short-lived for me when he came. By the way she started acting, you know, the way she started treating me. You see the signs before shit happens, especially when you've been homeless before, or when you've been living with other people. You know what I'm talking about, bro. You see the signs when they treat you different and all that. So I can already feel that I'm going to get kicked out soon. Then she kicks me out. Maybe it was him putting stuff in her ear. Maybe it was just her not wanting me around anymore because she had him. I don't know. But she kicked me out. I had to move. I had to move in with my grandma at this point. I didn't have nowhere else to go. Yeah, I really didn't have many places that I could have possibly tried to. So, but she had just kicked me out too a couple years back. Like, I want to say like 2021 maybe. She had kicked me out. My grandmother. For some stupid ass shit, bro. Like, it was literally the dumbest shit in the world. It was over me not taking a COVID test and I wasn't even sick. But apart from that, yeah, so I got kicked out with my sisters, moved in with my grandma. I let my sister use my car, because I had a car at the time, with no license, because my license was suspended. So I let her use my car. I can't use it. She gives it back to me, fucked up. Like, it won't even start. It had to get towed to me. Like, the car had to get towed to me. Like, it was fucked up, right? So I'm in this predicament where I don't have a job. I don't have a car anymore. I'm running low on funds. I'm living with my grandmother. And it got really bad to the point where I had to sell my PS5. And I had to sell my gun. And I just had to scrounge for money. Like, I had no food. Like, I didn't have food at this point. I didn't have nothing. Like, and I woke up every day with some of the highest motivation because I had nothing, bro. Like, I literally had nothing. If you see my room right now and you see what it was in 2023, bro, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, when I tell you, this room had nothing in it, right? I had a small, I don't even know what kind of bed it was, bro. It was a small bed, damn near like a fucking jail bed. And, you know, I didn't want it on the floor because of reasons, right? So I had to lay it on top of boxes, right? So I'm laying on boxes. And I still got the video of that. I'm laying on boxes, right? My monitor is sitting on the box, on the floor, you know. And that's it. That's all I had in a closet. I didn't have nothing else. I literally just had the bed, sitting on some boxes, cardboard boxes. I had my monitor sitting on a cardboard box. I didn't have nothing else. Everything else, clothes and stuff, that was all in the closet. Whole room was empty, right? You know, I had my weights too. I had these weights that I got. I had these weights for years. When my mom had passed away, there was like an event, some Christmas event, and they was giving out free stuff to kids and whatnot. And I got a free set of weights, and you know, I've held on to those ever since. I had a jump rope and a push-up thing too, but I gave that away. I'm not even good at jump roping, so yeah. So I had to sell my gun, nigga. Had to sell my PS5. That's how you know, like, it's bad. Like, I couldn't do anything. I had to walk all the way across the city just to donate my plasma, bro. And I was donating plasma just to pay Cash App back. Like, I wasn't even using that money for me. I was just using that to pay Cash App. Like, because I had borrowed money from Cash App and I couldn't pay them back because I didn't have a job. So I had a method where I would take money from Cash App, and they have a way where you could pay like a month. Like, you know, you'll owe them for a month, and then they'll be asking you like, where's that money at? So I would always click the option where, you know, give me my 3 weeks, and then I'll go donate, get them their money back, and I take it right back out, bro. Dead ass. Take it right back out, bro. And that's how I stayed afloat with Cash App. But yeah, and then I was living with my grandmother, man, and it was just so bad because I was getting yelled at and this and that. Grown ass man, bro. Like, oh, you need to get a job and this and that. And I'm just like, damn, you gonna help me get a job? You gonna take me to work or take me to an interview? And she's like, fuck no. And, you know, she's basically not trying to help me at all. But she wants to tell me to get a job, but she doesn't want to help me, you know, get one. So it's like, it's kind of a fucked up situation right there, you know. And I don't know, my grandmother has always been weird towards me, but, you know, like, yeah, shit like that. And, you know, it fueled me. It still does fuel me, because I don't ever want to go back to that point again. You know what I mean? I'm doing pretty well right now. I could say I'm doing a lot better than I was at that point in time. I never want to go back to that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was fucked up, you know, in my head. Like, damn, bro, I'm never gonna get a job, bro. Nigga, I'm walking around the whole city. Like, I'm walking like, man, I'm walking far distances in the heat, bro. Like, it's hot. Like, walking these places, applying pretty much knowing that I'm not gonna get a job because I'm a felon at this point. I'm a felon at this point, so I can't even really get a job at, you know, every spot because people look at me crazy like, dude, you're a felon? Like, we don't want you. Even though my felony isn't nothing bad, you know, it's not nothing violent, no drugs, nothing like that. Nobody still wanted nothing to do with me, right? So I got a lucky break, and I got this interview at this job, and I had to tell this one dude like, hey, bro, please. I don't know if I even gave him anything, but it was one of my brother's friends, and he's such a cool guy, bro. He's such a cool and nice dude. I don't even really talk to this guy that much, but he's so cool, bro. He took me to the interview, bro. And, well, he took me to the first, pretty much the interview. Then I had walked to orientation. Mind you, this is in a different city. I walked to orientation every day. They had it every day, right, for that whole week. And this is when it was winter. Like, it was 2024 when I got the job. So it was like that whole year I was broke as fuck. Then at the end of the year, I got my lucky break. So I'm walking. It's minus degrees outside, like minus 12, like minus 6. Like, it's cold outside, bro. I gotta wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, bro. Nigga, I really don't have jackets. I don't have gloves. I don't have nothing. I'm walking all the way to another city with socks on my hands, bro. With socks on my hands. Because it's so cold that my hands felt like they were freezing. So I had to double up socks on them because I felt like my fingers were like, I normally don't bitch like that. But that was a different type of cold. Like, and I had to walk like far, like not too far, but I would say like, it took me like an hour, bro. It took me like an hour to get there, so it's a pretty far walk. And I'd have to walk back every day, you know, walk there, walk back. And I did that, and then luckily they had a rideshare service, so I got rides from them. Without that, I probably wouldn't have been able to keep this job, but you know, I got my own car now and all that, so we're not gonna talk about that no more. That's a different story for a different time, right? So back to this story, right? So I'm thinking like, man, it's either I sit here and I keep making the good money and I walk on eggshells and possibly lose my job, or I take a pay cut, you know, step back down, go back to doing what I was doing before, and, you know, and I won't have to worry about, you know, all the responsibility and stuff, you know, and it takes a weight off my shoulders, but also I don't know how to feel. Like, I don't know if I should be mad or if I should be happy, because, like, I'm gonna be missing out on some decent money, but I'm not gonna have to worry about all the responsibilities, you know. I always just try to be optimistic and think about the best, but sometimes it's just hard, man. And I told them, bro, like, I got too much shit going on to be sitting here worrying about losing my job, and I got stuff going on outside of work. Like, this isn't my only priority. So, you know, it hurts, but it's just something I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to deal with, and I surely will. I surely will deal with it, because that's all I do, man. I deal with shit, bro. I don't, you feel me? Like, you have to. At the end of the day, you have to. So yeah, like, you know, I just wanted to come on and say my piece with that, but shit. But it's like, it's gonna be a little bit of a plus too, because I'm gonna get a little bit extra time. Like, when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit of extra time. You know, now that I'm trying to stop smoking, now that I'm going to the gym, you know, I'm trying to do different things, and maybe it's just time for me to focus on my career, because this isn't my career, you know. That job is just the job, you know. The job and career is different for me, you know. A career would be something like this, something that I would want to do on my own, you know, or start a brand or a business on my own. That's what a career type would be for me. You know, I don't really want to work for somebody else for the rest of my life. I'd rather build my own organization, and that's just me. I know there's a lot of people out there that think different, you know, and I don't have no problem with working for other people, but that's a story for another time. We could talk about all that another time. But what it comes down to is, man, if you don't take anything away from this video, because it is about to be 30 minutes and I have to go inside the gym. Like, I have to go inside the gym. Just, if you want to take anything away from this video, man, just know this, man. Things may not be going your way, but that doesn't mean you stop trying and give up. You know what I mean? You just got to keep pushing, because on the other side, it is green grass, bro. It is green grass. And, you know, things happen that you can't control, bro. That you can't control, and you just got to find a way around it. And if you can't find a way around it, you're going to have to find a way through it. You have to. At the end of the day, you have to. Like, there is no, you know, there is no other way about it. And this kind of made me feel a little bit better, you know, talking to the camera. But, you know, nobody really cares. So it's just you at the end of the day. You got to make the best decision for yourself, man. Because ain't nobody going to be there holding your hand at the end with you, bro. It's just going to be you, bro. So you got to make whatever way you may take that in, relationship, whatever. Like, you got to do what's best for you. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody else going to care about you like you care about you. And that's just the truth, honestly. But yeah, man, it's nice talking to you guys, man. You know, I'm gonna be making more videos. I'm about to actually start streaming. Shit, might as well, since I'm gonna have more time. I'm gonna be on the game. you know, I'm about to have a routine where I'm going to the gym and stuff and making videos, and then I'm gonna be streaming probably on the weekends and stuff like that. Be playing the games, trying to make music and stuff like that. You know, can do some vlog videos, maybe some gym videos later down the line. I just started going to the gym, so I don't know if I want to post that just yet. But yeah, man. It's your boy Mark, man. Hope everybody has had a blessed evening, man. Peace, man.